Well, hey folks, welcome to Solar Cabin Channel. I've got a product here that I'm going to be reviewing. Well, hello. And that is my little dog Tuffer, and she is kind of excited right now because I hope this is a dog trailer to be pulled behind a bike or an e-bike. This is made by Doggyhut, Doggyhut, on Amazon. I got the extra large version. This is a picture of what it looks like. It came by FedEx. It actually came a day early, which we always appreciate. Packaging all looks to be in good shape, well packaged. Little tear on the bottom corner, but I don't see that it caused any damage or anything like that. Kind of expected where I live out here in the boonies and this thing get tossed around a bit, that there's always a little bit of package damage, but generally most products I get from Amazon are always well packaged, and I've never had anything busted in delivery. So we're going to open this up, and I'm going to put it together to see how easy it goes together, and see if there's any tips I can give you on putting it together. But I've got a couple of trailers before this one from different makers. Both have been really good trailers. However, at that time I only had one dog, and now I've got two dogs because I got a new puppy, Tuffer, and I need a trailer that I can put both dogs in. I've got a medium to large dog, and then I've got Tuffer, who is a 4-month-old blue heeler border collie. She's not going to get really big, and the two of them need to be able to ride in one trailer. So I got this extra large trailer, and I'm counting on it being big enough that I can put both of my dogs in without them killing each other. And there's the small dog again. And so that I can take them behind my e-bike, which I ride all the time. I do a lot of adventure riding, and I also go to town to resupply. So I'm going to show you this trailer has multiple uses for me for taking the dogs, and also if I want to go pick up a large load of groceries or something like that, I can use this trailer, or even some bags of feed for my animals around here. I'm hoping I can use this trailer to put some other stuff and supplies in a trailer if I need to go to town and pick up supplies. So let me get this out, I'll put it together, and then I'll explain anything that maybe you need to know while you're putting it together, and any tips or tricks I might come along with. Okay, one tip that I will give you right away, because this is a little confusing to me from the instructions. It comes with this. This is the coupling that the wheel pin goes through. And you need to put it in from the inside, so it goes in from the inside. To try to show you here, use my other hand. The pin goes in from the inside, or the bolt goes in from the inside. Okay? And then the nut goes on it from the outside. If you try to do it the other way around, it won't work. It sticks out too far and it won't latch to the wheel. So it goes in this way with the bolt on the outside. If you do that, then the wheel pin will slide right in and snap together really tight. So just remember that. That's one of the tips I would say. For the instructions are probably not all that great. And the bolt has a lock nut. It is a lock nut that goes on the outside. You screw that down, and they do include the wrench for screwing this down. So once you got it screw it down really tight. It takes pretty good muscle to get screwed down. Okay, folks, so I got this Doggyhut dog trailer, extra large dog trailer, put together. It took me about a half hour, 45 minutes, right around there. It went together pretty smooth. There's a crossbar in the front, which you just snap into place, and it has a pin that holds the sides out. You can see it's a very large size. I think it will work for two dogs. We'll find out here in a minute. The wheels, as I said, just make sure you put the bolts on the right side, and then you only need the one wrench to tighten it down. It took me a minute because the instructions don't show it very well of which side the bolt goes on. I figured it out though. Now this trailer has a hitch with a spring-loaded hitch. This has a spring-loaded hitch, so that it has some flexibility if you're going over bumps. If you had a rigid arm, it might throw you off the bike. It has a safety pin. It has the safety pin and the safety strap, which you want. And it comes with the mount that goes to your bike, which I'll show you when I put it to my bike. And make sure that you use the safety strap. Just in case this pin happens to come loose, something breaks in here, the safety strap will hold on to the trailer until you can slow down, and that keeps you safe so the trailer doesn't go flying off somewhere. The attachment to the side also has a safety pin on it, just in case. A couple of bolts that go through the frame. This appears to be like airplane grade aluminum frame, very strong. The front has a vinyl window that can also be unzipped. So if you're riding in rainy weather or mud or something splashing, or you're just worried about your dogs, you can roll this up. It rolls up, and then you can attach that here underneath the, it has the little cord, so you can attach that, roll it up. And then you've got a screen mesh on the front, and I'll show you the sides. It's also got screen mesh on the sides, and you can unzip this front, so you can let your dogs in either from the front or the rear, okay? And good screen, this is good solid screen mesh, it's not cheap stuff. The top also unzips, which I like. The top completely unzips, which I'll show you here. So that, okay, so that you can, if you're putting stuff in, like I said, I'll be using this for hauling other stuff besides my dogs. So if I want to put groceries and stuff in, it's easier to put it in from the top than it is from the bottom. Plus this also, if you got a really tall dog, they like to stick their heads out. So you can put a taller dog in here and they can stick their heads out so they can get a little bit of fresh air. Or you could open it up just part of the way if you wanted to for additional air conditioning. Let's see. It does have good zippers on it. All the material seems to be really well made. Very well stitched. I don't see any problems at all with the stitching. It does have a pouch back here for stuff like your wallet and stuff like that. If you don't want to carry them around with you, you can stick them in there, or treats for the dog or something like that. Comes with the flag, two-piece flag, with the side holders, and you can put it on either side. I generally put it on the side towards the road. If you're in Europe, you probably want it on the other side. Comes with an orange flag, which I will be replacing with my pirate flag, but an orange flag shows up really well. You really want these, especially in my area. I live in the oil patch, and these truckers, they're going way too fast. They can't see a bike or a trailer very, very well because they're kind of low to the ground, but they can see this high up flag behind them. And these are also required a lot for ATVs in this area for the same reason. You can see these flapping in the wind, so they're going to be able to see you a long ways off. On the sides, it does come with brush guards, which I'll show you here. It comes with these brush guards, which are really good because if you hit something, a pile of brush, a limb or something like that, it won't jam in and break your tire or get caught in the spokes with that brush guard on there. That's why you have it. And I ride a lot off-road. I want to have a brush guard on there so that it protects my tire. And the tires seem to be really well-made tires. They are a 20-inch by 1.75-inch tire, which is a common size tire. You should be able to get replacements if you need them. Tread on them is a street tread, pretty good markings. Now I really like this band of material, something that my other trailer didn't come with. The problem with these trailers, if you get dogs in them that like to move around a lot, they will push against the inside of this and it rubs against the tire and it ends up rubbing a big hole and could hurt the dog. They have this extra band in here that protects it so that it can't push out against the tire. If you have a really heavy dog though, you still might want to cut a thin piece of like 1/4-inch plywood and just put inside along the side here to protect the dog so they can't rub against the tires. I will try it with the band first with my dogs, but if it starts showing any wear, I'll cut a piece of wood and put it in there like I've done on my other trailers. Again, this have a good solid, really big heavy duty bolt. It's designed to handle the weight. And I think it said it's up to like 100 pounds on this trailer, which will easily handle my 2 dogs. And pin, so that these tires can be taken off easy enough if you want to. You just push the pin, pull the tire out, put it back in and snap the pin. Just make sure the tire is attached really well. Mesh, again, so they get plenty of air conditioning through the side. And this also opens up in the rear. This also opens up in the rear, which is how my dogs like to get in. Some dogs like to get in the front. Nice big space inside. And you can see it does come with a one leash. So if you need to leash your dog in, if that makes them more comfortable. My dogs don't need it, but I'll keep one in there just in case. It does have like a rubber mat flooring in it. However, I will put my doggy bed in there to give them a little bit more cushion because I go off-road with this trailer. So I will put the doggy bed, which should fit in there perfectly. It does come with reflectors. These are the reflectors they sent. I looked all through the instructions and I could not find out how to attach the reflectors. There is a single hole down here where I would expect them to go. However, there's no way to get the tiny screws they sent with it through the reflector and into those holes. So I may figure that out later. Maybe there's a trick maybe some of you others have found, but I could not figure out how to get the reflectors on, and you really want the reflectors on there. So I will figure that out. But we're okay to ride for now. So, next step, I will put my doggy bed in here and attach this to my bike, and then we'll get my dogs in it and we'll see how they like it. Because, you know, they have to have their stamp of approval on this if we're going to go riding. Okay, so I've got this Doggyhut large, extra large dog trailer hooked to my e-bike. This is the Untitled X 52 volt e-bike that I have, and I have done reviews on a lot of the other products that I have on here that I also got from Amazon. But this trailer does have the hitch pin, which you'll need to find a bolt on your bike, and I just used one from my foot peg. Took one loose from the foot peg and used that for the bolt for the hitch. It does have the safety strap. Make sure your safety strap is attached. And as you can see, my dogs got in instantly. As soon as I put their bed in there, they jumped right in. And they are both in there. Here's my big dog and my little dog, and they fit in there just fine with lots of extra room so they can kind of move around in there. So this would handle 2 medium-sized dogs, a great big dog, or in my case, Mutt and Jeff, which is Tazaroo and Tougher there, and they are excited to go for a ride and go for a walk in the dunes. So we'll go ahead and take this up to the dunes, and then I'll give you my opinion of how it rides behind the bike. Okay, so came up here to the dunes where I always take my dogs riding, and it's a lot of just dirt trail, some sagebrush, and that trailer handled the roads and this dirt trail just fine. It pulled nice. In fact, I couldn't even tell it was behind the e-bike, even with those 2 big dogs, and that one dog's about 45 pounds, and the little one's probably about 15 pounds. So, you know, I got a good 60 pounds in there, and they handled this trailer really fine. They both jumped right in. Didn't even have to get after them to get in it, because they both rode in individual trailers by themselves, so they know when I get the trailer on, they're going to go for a ride and go for a walk. Handled very well. I like it's not so big that I feel dangerous on the road. However, you know, you want to make sure you have your safety flag, and I will get those flashers on the back. I'll just have to figure out how they go on. Dogs were able to get in very well, had all kinds of room inside it. It is very well made. Everything seems to be well engineered, safe for good rides behind an e-bike or a bike. And, you know, I keep it down to about 24 miles per hour on the e-bike. I don't go any faster than that with the dogs in it. And I think it would easily handle any regular bike, pedal bike, or e-bike, as long as you keep your speeds normal and manageable. All right, folks, I hope you enjoyed this video review, and I think it's a good product. Again, made by Doggyhut. It is the premium, and this is the extra large. They also have a large or a medium size.